Gentlemen, I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, we're going to talk tactics. Yes, we are going to talk about what tactics that you can implement in the game that can actually win battles. So, one of the tactics we're ultimately going to talk about is positioning and where to go. And what I mean by that is everyone on every map, there is certain places that you usually go. So this map, Port Bay, usually you would go to the right side of the map. You would normally go to the right side. The mediums would go far right, across the river, over the ridge, and they could actually dominate the game from there. This replay, however, we don't go that side. And to be fair, we probably should have, because we do have the more mediums. So we could probably dominate the right side of the map better than we can actually dominate the left side. Normally I kind of use this tactic if we do have, so if I was the red team, I probably would have come this way, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. So yeah, what I'm trying to get at is don't always go where you think you should go, you know. And we have it on all maps. On all maps there is a certain place where you should go, or when you normally go. And you know, if someone goes the other way, that's where people rage quit and they like, you know what, I'm not playing, and they just give up. So it's not always the best thing to go the way that people that you usually go. You know, change it up a bit, because sometimes it can work in your favor, especially if you are the ones lacking certain tank types, i.e. tank destroyers or mediums or light tanks, you know. And this map is the classic example of that, but unfortunately it's actually the other way around. We had the more medium tanks, and it should have really been the enemy that come this way. And to be fair, they did. A couple of them did, including that T62 there. So if we would have gone the right side of the map, I think we would have even dominated there as well. To be fair, I think it's because we are all together that we've actually taken this this battle, and the fact that the enemy had all split up is, I think, why we did get a little bit lucky with this battle. It could have easily gone wrong, you know. It could have easily gone wrong, and we could have just got ripped apart. But I think, like I said, if we would have gone the other side of the map, we would have caught a few of the other tanks, including this Bat Chat. He would have been pretty much isolated. That Object 752 there as well, and a few other tanks that we've just killed. But yeah, don't always go to the positions that you should. And I've said that before in a recent video where we talk about tank destroyers. You know, most maps there are certain tank destroyer positions that always, you know, dead rail at the back of the map. It's where always tank destroyers go. But change it up a bit, you know. If you're driving in a Death Star or a Grill or anything like that, if you can try and get into positions that people don't expect you to be in, you can also dominate from that as well. Or you could always be ripped apart. It's not always going to be that you're going to win. And it's the same as the other way. So if you should go right on a certain map and your whole team goes right, it doesn't always mean you're going to win. And it doesn't always mean that you're going to dominate. That for me is the best thing about Blitz right now. Is 4 or 5 years ago, you could always guarantee where people are going to go, what side of the map people were going to go, what positioning certain tanks are going to go, medium tanks, light tanks, heavy tanks, tank destroyers. You knew exactly where they were going to be. However, now you don't, like, and that is one thing I do like about Blitz right now, is you don't know where they're going to be. They could be left, they could be right, they could go straight down the middle. Who knows? But what I'm ultimately trying to say is just look, you know, don't just go left because you're listening to this video and you normally go right, but look at the layout, look at where your team are going. Like, if 4 of you are going left and 2 of them are going right, are you going to go right with the 2, or are you going to stick with the majority of your team? Things like that. And the same with medium tanks and light tanks. If you're on dead rail again and you've got 2 mediums and the enemy has 3, is it safe to go the medium route, or should you just sort of go the middle, spot the tanks, and then see where it ends up there? And then, you know, you might spot only 1 or 2 tanks to the heavy side, and then you could just rush. You could rush because they're isolated, and then you could just take them out very, very quickly. So yeah, it's a short video today, and like I said, it's all about tactics. Changing your tactics every now and again does win games, just like we've seen here on Port Bay. We go right, we probably could have won anyway, looking at the enemy layout and where they were, but we all decided to go left. We all decided to push together, and we watch it back and look how quickly we destroyed that. I think it's the FV4005 within seconds, because we all focus fired, and we could see him, and we were all together, basically. So change your tactics up from now every time and again, because it does honestly work. But don't always do it just because I'm telling you to change the tactics, but just look at your layout. Look at your layout and then decide. Most of my games, I don't start the map by going left or right. I kind of just leave it a second or two. Yes, I know I'm going to be a second or two left behind, but 1 second is nothing, because that 1 second can dictate the rest of the battle. And if you just stop for 1 second and see where your team are going, then you can make up your decision in where you're going to go. So implement these few things, and honestly, you will win games. You will win more games, and you may even perform better and do more damage as well. So I hope you enjoyed today's little learner. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye bye.